There's a lot going on in China these days, and most of it is not good. And I'm not seeing much reporting on it in the Western press, and not even in our YouTube community that reports on Tesla and EVs in general. I think there's reason for a lot of concern. So let's talk about it today. I'm Gino Licata, and this is Our EV Future. You may be aware that not all is copacetic in China these days. There are numerous problems, but a few stand out. The insane real estate bubble that has been inflating for decades has finally popped in a big way. All of the big real estate companies, led by the largest, Evergrande, are insolvent. They have been mismanaged, massively over-leveraged, and they will all fail, to put it as succinctly as possible. Now, most of the wealth in China is tied up in real estate holdings. The Chinese public is prohibited from holding many asset classes, so most of people's savings ends up in real estate. Many of the more successful middle-class Chinese have invested their life savings in those ghost cities that you have heard so much about. Yes, 65 million or so uninhabited dwellings that have continued to appreciate in value, at least on paper. Most of them are uninhabitable. So in addition to the loss of real estate wealth, the Chinese government just in December instituted wage cuts for all government employees. Now, there are a lot of government employees, a lot of Communist Party employees. In December, they cut wages to all of them by circa 25%. Imagine, without notice, getting a pay cut of 25% effective immediately. Now, the average government employee in China makes somewhere around $25,000. Imagine that you were going to buy a Tesla, and most of the people that buy Teslas are government employees. They're members of the Communist Party. And cars in China cost a greater percentage of people's wealth than they do in the United States or Europe. Let's say you make $25,000 a year and you're buying a $50,000 Tesla. That's a whole different ball game for you to get a 25% wage cut and then follow through with buying a $50,000 car than it would be over here if you were making twice as much money. So that's going to be another drag on Tesla's sales. I don't see how it's going to be possible for people to lose all of this net worth through the real estate crash and have all of these wage cuts, in addition to some other problems in China due to supply chain problems and factory closings. So I see that we've got looming problems on the horizon. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that there's a depression for certain in 2022 in China, but there are a lot of signs of a lot of trouble. What will this mean for Tesla? Well, China is Tesla's leading market. I believe around 40% of Tesla's sales are in China. And I can't sit here and tell you that Tesla's sales will move forward or be greater in China. So I'm worried. When we try to predict this year's sales, most people, myself included, have estimated about 1.5 million cars sold for Tesla this year. I can't look you in the eye and say, yeah, I'm pretty confident of that. I'm pretty sure of that, because I think there's a good chance that sales will fall unexpectedly in China this year, 2022. And I'm worried about it. I'm worried about Tesla. I'm worried for the company. I'm worried about, for selfish reasons, I'm worried about the stock. And I just think we have to see what happens in China. We have to keep a close eye on it. And we will do that for you. I guess this is a good time to ask you to subscribe, and we're going to do more stories on this, and we're going to keep a very, very close eye on this, a closer eye on this than probably anything else we do this year, because I think it's probably the most important story that we will cover this year. So that's it for today. We'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching. I'm Gino Licata, and this is Our EV Future.